So what up, ladies and gentlemen, this is your combat guide. I've never done a combat guide before, but I think it's time, since combat is pretty much a one shot if your enemy target has no cooldowns for reaching a trinket, a defense like block, disengage bubble, not disengage, deterrence bubble, and so on. So if you can line up your red buff, switch to a target, he's dead. Now this warlock is going to be so kind, and I've told him to pop his heals and whatever, just to the fact that I only need shadow blades and adrenaline rush just to kill him. So what we're going to do is we'll open up with stealth, obviously, and this is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to cheap, growth, slice and dice. We're going to pop shadow blades and we're going to pop adrenaline rush. We're going to anticipation to 5. We're going to get a rupture up. Our red buff should be coming soon, so we're just lining up. We're going to eviscerate once. Anticipations go back up. We've got yellow buff. Here's red buff, full up in a full 8-second kidney, and killing spree. Their heals are OP. Now, as you can see, I'm not fully prideful gear, guys. I'm just a couple off, and plus my shadow blades wasn't even active for that time. So take in consideration while my blades weren't active, I still managed to burst them down and get that red buff up. But pretty much that is a one shot on enough everybody if you can throw it all together. And make sure you keep revealing strike up. Slice and dice is your bread and butter that you need to slice and dice up. And rupture is not necessarily, but it is damage, and it is a bleed, and it is good against stealth classes or range classes for when you get feared or when you get sheeped and they try and get away and kite you. They've still got a bit of DPS going up on them, and it prevents people from getting a re-stealth. The talent I'm rocking with is subterfuge. Due to the fact that the subterfuge I'm using is, I still think the 3-second stealth is better than the shadow focus. If shadow focus didn't get nerfed and it didn't go from 100% to 75%, then I would probably go into shadow focus rather than subterfuge. But since it doesn't matter, as you open up with adrenaline rush and shadow blades straight from your opener to force a cooldown, you don't really need and worry about that extra 70%. Nerf strike is because when you're cheaping on your opener, they can't heal as much. Plus with your wound poison, it also stacks. I prefer this over than combat readiness. Because majority of the classes now these days, they're self-healing like crazy. Monks, for instance, DKs. You've got hunters that can spirit mend or whatever it's called. And yeah, so I prefer nerf strike to reduce the healing, just so I can keep that DPS up and get them down a lot faster without nerf strike. So elusiveness is still causing my feint, but also you should have a look at leeching poisons. Just play around with these two, due to the fact that every time you hit, you're always healing. So if you got slice and dice up and you've got recuperate up, it's not your recuperate's not as OP as it was back in Kata, but it's still a healer, the only healing spell what rogues have. So leech's poison is a PvE talent, but while you're still hitting with your adrenaline rush, you're still gonna heal a lot of damage, and plus with your recuperate up as well. And when you shiv, you gain 5% of your rogue's health. So it is something to work around with, depending on what type of comp it is. If it's double melee, then it's something to look into, or just do some BGs in general just to have a look. Burst of speed, I still find burst of speed a lot better than the other two, due to the fact it's the mobility. I'm more of a kiting type of rogue. Like, I will go in and go out, go in, go out, and it's nice for when you're kiting around obstacles like pillars and stuff to get that re-stealth. Now Shadow Step, I will consider cast Shadow Step compared to what type of comp I'm coming against or what I'm against. If, for instance, I'm against raged, I prefer to use burst of speed. If I'm against a warrior who can charge and leap, I'll probably use shadow step. Depending, you just sort of on your preference, whatever you prefer. Prey of the Week is a must for this spec, due to the fact that it increases your damage by 10%, plus your 30% I think from red buff, and your shadow blades as well. So it's a lot of increased damage. So when you open up with your cheap shots, obviously it's going to get a 10% buff, and when you're about to spray, it's a 10% buff because they're sitting in the 8-second kidney. So when you've got 40% damage increase there from your Prey of the Week and your I can't even speak. Prey of the Week and your red buff. So that's a lot of damage increase for when you're setting up for the kill. Anticipation, a lot of people are going to be like, what are you using this anticipation for? Well, that was a shit accent, but anticipation is very useful, as this is like a glass cannon spec really. It's, you basically go in, just throw everything on him and probably score a kill. Just say thanks to him. You can build up 10 combo points, so you can get a rupture and a full slice and dice up with your revealing strike, and then you carry on spamming. Or you can renew your rupture and you can renew slice and dice, or you can renew rupture and fire a full kidney up. So play around with Mark for Death or Anticipation, depending on what you prefer to use. At the moment, I'm using Anticipation. It's a lot helpful rather than just that instant 5 combo points, because you're glass cannoning and gaining a lot through Slice and Dice Adrenaline Rush. So it's something to look into. If you want to use it, use it. If not, then use Mark for Death. Like I said, this is what's helpful for me. This is what I'm finding a lot of damage control and bursting control. Like, I can't wait until I get full prideful gear with my prideful weapons and just finish getting the enchant, and I can see the damage difference, because I'm reforged into Mastery Haste Crit, because my Mastery also increases an extra 20% off my main attack. It's got a chance to grant you an attack that deals equal to 120 of your main attack, and your main hand attacks have 42% chance of this happening. Your haste is your second reforge, which increases your energy regeneration, which obviously, if you're firing your adrenaline rush and you've got slice and dice up, you constantly spamming that sinister strike to get the revealing, to get the viscerate, or to get the kidney. Now, it's a lot of energy regeneration as pooling, but it's pretty nice playing a different spec rather than assassination or sub. I'm still learning on some mechanics like setting up, but basically that's my opener. So once I get a bit more gear, I'll be able to just nuke the shit out of somebody within like a couple of seconds. So I hope that helped you guys. I hope you like it. I don't claim to be the best rogue in the world. I don't claim that this is the best spec. This is just my point on my combat. I hope you like it. Give it a favourite, give it a thumbs up, and give it a comment. Show some support. Peace. Thanks for watching.